welcome. Welcome. It's Psychic Tuesday, and I'm your guide, Sweet Bee, and we are going to start at some of the crazy astrology at the top because I got to say, that powerful full moon, I almost had it in my fingers there if you saw my story on my Facebook page. But that energy in Virgo, let's start with just a real quick and dirty on that. Mercury, Kazemi, Saturn in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, the Sun in Pisces. We've also got two asteroids that are in Pisces. We've got Cupido, so Cupid, and we've got Hygeia. Now, Cupid is temporary passions, that feeling of falling in love, infatuated, and then we've also got Hygeia, which is prevention, is better than the cure. And so pay attention to those red flags. This screams prenup all over it. So if you're getting married, this could have prenuptial agreements. If you're committing to a house, this could be about insurance, or a car, about insurance, about your own health insurance, or the insurance of others. Maybe somebody needs that. Maybe somebody has to start looking at that. But this energy in this Mercury Kazemi is about communications and what's been hidden, what's coming forward, what's kind of murky. Now, if you are any sort of artist, actor, artist, dancer, performer, comedian, doesn't matter, anything in a performing, passionate art, or if you're like a serious crafter, there's all of you out there. And this is the time for absolute creative energy. This is the time to focus in on maybe inner spiritual work, spiritual journey kind of stuff. This is something that you could really use to create. It's not a time to sort facts because they'll be kind of Mercury, or that there's more information to come out because we're still not out of. We're going to have more information even by the next 3 weeks. So this is this full moon sort of shedding light on and closing windows for people of old karmic things, and either you're in or you're out. Again, prevention is worth the pound of cure, right? Absolutely. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to just do quick messages for each of the signs, and we're going to look at. We're going to start with if you're a rising sign, if you're your sun, moon, or rising, any of the three. If you don't know that, go run your natal chart. You'll need your birth date, your time, and your location. And when I do astrology, I work with Western traditional astrology with whole houses. And so let's get started real quick. So we're going to start with Aries. Aries, for this next 10 days, if you're looking for opportunities, create them. This is the time for you to create those opportunities. And again, if you're in any sort of creative field, now it doesn't have to be crafting. You could be someone who's writing proposals, creating opportunities, creating money. If this is the time, like this is a powerful time for manifestation for you. So I'm kind of excited about that, Aries. Then I'm going to go into Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. It's a cliche because it's true. You actually do need to follow your heart. Oh my gosh, Taurus, head, heart. This is that dancing bull idea with the little dancing bull with the rose in its ear, and head or heart. And deciding what you want there, deciding what's important to you, Taurus, because you went through a bit of a deconstruction, and all this Uranus energy has kind of given you a few surprises you probably didn't want, but now it's the time to follow your heart. What does your little Taurus heart actually want? Those desires will start to manifest, and your birthday coming up this year is a real powerful one, real powerful. So manifest it for then. Make that your new birthday resolution, or your New Year. I call it your New Year's resolution, your birthday. Gemini. Okay, sun, moon, rising Gemini. Let's take a look at your message for the week. Next, half-arsed efforts yield half-arsed results. That's kind of funny. Half-arsed. So you're in or out, Gemini, and Gemini is notoriously both. They can kind of sit and balance that twin energy, but this is a time where, and especially in that Pisces, Kazemi, Saturn's hidden. If I looked at sidereal astrology, Saturn's kind of hidden. It's going to appear in the sky, and once it does, structures are going to appear around the creative efforts you've been thinking about, Gemini. So jump in. This isn't the time to kind of go, I don't know. I'll see. I'll leave it. No, this isn't the time for that. I feel like any creative ideas, opportunities are going to pop up for you, and particularly cash flow, money, cash flow. Good for you. Okay, Gemini. And then we're going to go to Cancerians, my little crab. All right, crabs. If you're, you'll cross that bridge when you come to it. Oh, okay. So overthinking, don't overthink, don't make lists. That's what I'm going to tell you, Cancerians. Get organized for spring season, opportunities to create your list, your to-do list, getting things organized, getting your home organized, getting all of these little pieces put into place. It could be time you're filing taxes, getting your paperwork in order, kind of making plans for the future, but getting all your little check boxes done. And that's going to be a really good piece for you, Cancerians. So it's good energy. It's very good energy. Then I go to my Leos. Oh, my Leos. You know, that Virgo moon at 5 degrees, Virgos, Pisces, Aquarius, and Scorpios and Tauruses all would have been really affected by that full moon, but especially if you have 5 degrees in your sign. But you Leos, and again, I go back to the house of partnership and lots of stuff needing to work out there. Their health, their family, the in-laws, things across from you. Partners can include people you commit to that you don't necessarily have to love, but you're committed to them in some way. And so there's going to be a lot of focus or emphasis going on there. And the message that came up was there's no such thing as a free lunch. Oh, maybe you're going to have those conversations with people saying like, look, I'll partner with you. I'll meet you halfway, but there's no free lunch. You're going to have to come to the table with something. So I feel like Leo, go for it. Say what you need to say. And then I go, and that can include friends too. So anyway, then I'm going to go to my little Virgos. Hello, Virgos. Boy, that full moon, wasn't it all about you? And then we've got this Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, the sun. We got a couple of asteroids. We have this Mercury Cazimi there. And the message is don't be fooled. This isn't where it ends. So Virgo, you've got partnership stuff real direct across for me to work out. You might have had some epiphanies over the last 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks with that full moon you just had, right? Very early. And that includes Virgo risings is very much so that newness to relationships. That could be ones you've been in for a while, or new if you're single, meeting new people, getting some new energy, new things, but that karma's paid. And if you don't want to drag that karma into the next few years, you got to either just end it or commit to it. But whatever it is, it's going to be in place for a bit because those structures are going to be seen pretty soon in your house of partnership. Like if I said prenup earlier, that could be what that means, or life insurance policies, or maybe as a couple, you're going to make wills together. Maybe you're going to just take care of business. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go on to our Libras, lovely Libras. Boy, you still have all that Aries energy across from you. One thing at a time, and each when it's time. Oh, isn't that a great message for Libra? This isn't the time to play both sides. This isn't the time to commit to too many things. You might wind up getting really overwhelmed with, because every little ounce of energy you're putting out, Libra, it's going to come back at you tenfold. And so the word of the day would be love. And so if you want that to come back at you tenfold, put that out there. But if you're feeling kind of cranky and impatient, that could come back at you tenfold as well, like speeding and getting a parking ticket. So the message I feel like for Libras is staying present and just manage one thing at a time. Just like it's like a little game where you make a game of it, and it's that issue's done. I'm moving on to the next issue, but don't put them all in one basket because I feel like it's going to be a pretty heavy basket. Scorpio, we got our Scorps. Hey, Scorp. You know, you guys are really coming into your strength, and it's going to be some powerful stuff, particularly come your birthday this year. And so the message for you is just don't just sit there. Be an agent of change in the world. Use your power to change your community, your house, your family. You're going to have a lot of family community energy with all this Aquarius energy that's in the air. Pisces energy is your fifth house of cash flow, values, true love, loving. So you Scorps could be feeling love. You could be having it come at you as like, if like fresh dating ideas, or if you're single, or you could have a renewed affair or deepening your relationships that are in front of you. So it feels like there's some good stuff there, and maybe renewing a commitment to your health. Sagittarians, my little Saggies, my Sagittarians. Imposter syndrome is kind of universal. Don't stress about it. Boy, sometimes it feels like the weight of the world, eh, Sag? Is like all these darn responsibilities and the bills and getting organized. It could be the tax time. It could be all the paperwork, wanting to make plans for the future, getting all the stuff in order for that. And I feel like your big launch is really, I know it sounds funny, but your birthday to this time next year. So your birthday late this year to this time next year is really quite powerful for you guys in terms of manifesting whatever you're putting into place now. So you could be having more solid plans, things are starting to take action. You could even be thinking about a bit of a redirection in your career. This would be the good time to start researching that and putting your plans into place as we get closer to Gemini, which is your opposite, to launch that, make the applications and get them in. Okay. Again, sun, moon, or rising, if you have any of those. And then I go to Capricorns. Hey, Caps, how you managed to get all those planets out of your side? Oof, how's it feel? Feels like the heat's off a little bit, eh? Boy, is this going to be good for anything that has restricted you is just lifted. So if you've been restricted in your income, restricted in your love life, restricted in that kind of stuff, you're about to pop. That looks good. And I just feel like conviction is a light that can never be blown out. Stick to your principles, your convictions. You might have an opportunity to actually voice them, or maybe work in a way where you can serve to them. So you can, maybe you're very passionate about cancer care. Maybe you're very passionate about homelessness. Maybe you're very passionate about education. These are going to be areas for you that are going to be, you're going to be able to really contribute to in some way. Your skills, knowledge, or ideas. Okay, Aquarians. Oh my gosh, Aquarians. Boy, how does it feel to have a little bit of power in your life? And sometimes powers, it's like getting a zap from electricity, isn't it? And so you guys are going to have a whole lot of that in the next little while. And it's time to get to work. That's the message. It's time to get to work. It's time to action to things. It's time to manifest things. And you're going to realize areas that maybe you have to change your mind about. Maybe you're going to realize areas that maybe you're like, I used to save money this way. I'm going to do it this way now. Or because you're going to be really about your security, your long-term security, your pensions, finances, insurance, your money, your rent, all that kind of stuff is going to be areas that you're going to be trying to make yourself very secure in. And I feel like all good there. All good there. Pisces. Well, let's leave you with Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Boy, this Kazemi, this Mercury, this is all about you. What do you want? Don't waste this, because it's never in your lifetime again. So what do you want? And this is going to be the thought about this. Your identity, your new direction. This is your 12th house. So come March 21st, when we exit and all this energy moves into Aries, whew, powerful time for you. Boy, getting what you want. Watch your nervous system. Your sensitivity is your superpower. I love that message for you, because that's the truth. Your psyche might be really, really deep. You might be, your dreamscape might be powerful. Opportunities, any creative opportunities, psychic opportunities. Things will feel very surreal at times. And I would just dive right in, because that energy is meant for you. Okay, thank you. Oh, sun, moon, or rising. And again, you can find me at bernicebissonpsychic.com. I'm a psychic medium astrologer. I don't know what that all means, except for I read people. I think my gift in 30 years of reading is clairvoyance. And all my readings are recorded by you as you come for readings, and I insist. And I love to read. I'm only in service to spirit, and the glory is always to spirit. And so I thank you for tuning in, for sure. But let's always remember that. Okay? Okay, with love. Now, I have Joni in Boone, Iowa. Joni, hello.
Hi.
So I have a few minutes. Where would you like me to focus a little bit for you?
Well, I'm just looking for some, like a general type reading.
Okay, no problem. Let's start with, do you mind if I ask just the day and month of your birthday?
Sure. It's March 25th.
Oh, March 25th. That's my grandma's birthday. My grandma was a powerful lady. I'm just going to tell you that. And so Aries, you're at the very first decan of Aries, and I'm so glad that you shared your birthday. Thank you. I want to just say to you, your birthday coming up, particularly even starting March 21st and going sort of forward, You have a powerful series of planets coming in all at the same time. There'll be six celestial bodies there, along with Chiron, which is the wounded healer. He's an asteroid. And the final bit that comes into play with this is you have something called the North Node of Destiny. Dun, dun, dun. Sounds big, doesn't it? But
Yeah.
that lunar node, because it's transformation and there's a series of eclipses. And so you're going into the next, you just had two eclipses in 23. Things are continuing to playing out. And this is going to be very much about things you're initiating new, because 2023 sideswiped a few Aries, and that they had unexpected losses, things that would have changed direction. But this is your power to really build
Wow.
forward your financial securities. You're like getting recognition for things you work on, being recognized for your talent, more so than just your brain, unless that's your talent,
Right.
for your talent, and being recognized and really accepting it. And because this is a big identity piece for Aries. And so the very first card I got for you, I'm drawing cards as I'm sort of talking to you. The very first one is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is about your success, your ability to earn different streams of income, where you might be looking at your opportunities around income. And for Aries, it's always around their freedom around income, because they don't like to be bossed around. So I know that because my grandma is just a thing. But there is success in something to do with your home, money, opportunities brewing there where you're earning. And I'm going to just share a couple of very specific things I keep seeing in my head. I'm going to say before September, there is an important celebration like a wedding and someone's anniversary. And so I feel like there's going to be this lovely celebration of a young person's wedding, and there's going to be an older celebration of someone's long-term marriage. I feel like between May and September, very particularly, but someone's looking for a house, and there's going to be moving houses if they didn't just do that. Very positive. And I'm going to say that I'm going to say between June and October, this sort of comes forward in a big way, in a very good way. There's also care decisions with family, care decisions with moves. I feel like this could turn out to be quite lovely, or this move could be, and I feel like, I know there's lots of deceased people, and they show up and in droves. They never just show up as just one sort of entity, but I feel like there is a woman already passed. There's a man passed whose wife might still be alive, or that there's a woman that connected to him still alive. And I feel like there's some sort of decisions around people's health care, and moves and changes.
So I know my husband just passed like 8 months ago, and then my grandma's also passed like a little over a year ago now. So
Thank you. I need to just tell you, I know you didn't ask that question. I'm sorry. And I know you didn't ask that question, but I'm just going to message now, because I feel like he wants to tell me a couple of things. Financially, I feel like, for instance, your husband, I think he shows up in your house a lot. I don't think you have to go anywhere. And I feel like he's like lucky penny. I don't know, maybe money, maybe he'll be a lucky penny. There's something important about, if he's talking about the care of a woman, that could be you, and you could be very much having to make decisions around moves, changes, papers, things like that. If you didn't recently do that. Do you know about the wedding coming? Okay. You're going to know about this wedding. There is something about, I'm going to sound kind of weird when I say this, but there's two sets of kids. Okay. And in those two sets of kids, there's a wedding that's going to brew up. And I feel like you'll know about this even before July, or the engagement or the news. And I'm just messaging through your husband and your granny. Like these two, just, they pop in with you. all the time. You don't have to go looking for them. I promise you that. And I almost feel like you're your grandma. I just in this beautiful energy. I almost see like a little bird popping in, like when little birds just come to visit and chat. And I just feel like the
Yeah.
granny energy has this little bird energy. And then I feel like your husband's a shiny penny in my head. That's just they're just images that showed up.
My
And
grandma
then
loved hummingbirds.
she's like the little bird. She'll just pop in. Trust me, you don't even have to look for it because spirit always is. And you are loved always. There's no, and I feel like, I feel like that little bird will pop in. I feel like, I don't know what the shiny penny means, but he's the shiny penny, your husband. And that um, I don't know what the two sets of children mean, but there's something important about the wedding brewing. And
Uh-huh.
um, is there, I don't know if I mean the two sets, if I mean a younger kid, a young kid, but I don't know, something about
we
that shows
we
up.
have we have two younger. Well, with my husband that passed, we have a 18-year-old and a 16-year-old boy.
Oh, okay? So you have 8 children? Is that what I just heard?
No, not 8. I have an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old with my husband that passed.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
There is a celebration around the 18-year-old.
Yeah,
And
he's
it's
getting ready to graduate.
and I feel like, and the younger one, the 16-year-old, they're
Mhm.
gonna win some sort of award, a cup or an award. And I feel like you're gonna know about that within 4 months. I'm just
Oh,
messaging what he's showing me in my head. And I just want to say to you that I feel like there's celebrations there. There's something about a decision on a dog. Um,
mhm.
okay. Do you know what I mean by that?
Maybe. I mean, we do have a dog.
Oh, okay. It
uh,
could just be a decision on the dog. I'm gonna just ask what he means by it. I feel like your dog needs a dog. Your, well, he does. Your dog needs a dog. He needs a buddy. And I feel like there could be a decision about it, maybe an additional dog, could be a rescue.
Mhm.
I don't know. There's something important about that. And
Mhm.
your son, your old, did I say son? Did you say son?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Um, the son, is that your 18-year-old guy? Is that him?
Yep. They're both boys.
Oh, boys. Okay, thank you. Thank you. But there's something about someone's got a new job. Did they apply for a new job?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very good. It's good, good, good. And I feel like I'm going to go back to your 16-year-old son again. Remember, I said he gets some sort of like award. I don't know. And
Mhm.
he, with this, there's something where spirit keeps telling me maybe you're going to go travel with parents or family, or you're traveling with to family.
Mhm.
I keep seeing a coastline in my head, and I don't know that Iowa has a coastline in my head. And so, this is gonna, and I feel like it's an American coastline. You're gonna have the opportunity to travel. I'm even gonna say, like, it's funny because I keep thinking it could be with a set of parents or family, like, um, and this is gonna show up. You'll know about the plans between October and May. I don't know if you typically drive to other states, but that could be with your sons, or there's driving to other states as well. And I almost want to say, like, I don't know, maybe you're going to the lake, and I see the lake and boats and maybe people fishing. I don't know. There's something about that image keeps showing up. And
Mhm. We do
it's a
that a lot,
very,
actually.
oh, you do the fishing. Okay. It's very safe. I was going to say it's very sacred. The fishing or the water, it's like going to there. And I see you going with your sons and driving there. And I feel like it's so good. It's so good. Um,
Uh-huh.
the other thing that keeps coming up, um, do you have 2 houses, Joni? 2
No.
places?
No.
Okay. I keep seeing you going back and forth, like your house, obviously, right? And
So the house that I
um,
used to live in, we used to have a house with Adam before that's my husband, before he passed away. And now we live in like an apartment. So I don't know if that's something or whatever, but I mean,
you're not staying in the apartment.
we are.
No,
We
no,
don't
I
stay in
know.
the
Right
house
now,
anymore.
no, no, I know you're
Right.
staying in the apartment right now, but
Right.
I don't think that's a forever thing.
Right.
Okay. I have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to just spend it with you. We're just going to finish this up there, my girl. I know you're in your apartment, and that's great. And I'm going to say this to you. I feel like, and thank you for sharing that about your husband and sharing the house. But I've been, my sense in my head is this, that if you're in that apartment, there's something that's going to pop up, or you're going to be going to another property, house, something about this, where eventually you wind up moving there. It didn't look like an apartment or a condo. Okay.
That's
It looked like
good.
it had its own door. Okay. And
Uh-huh.
so important about the lake, or so important about the river, like water. I don't know why, but it's right near there. And I'll leave it for now. But in about 2 years, message me and go, oh my gosh, B, guess what? I'm going to this place by the water, or I'm moving to this place, but you'll be going back and forth to it for a bit. And I just want to say, my sense, yeah, that move will be a good move. There's something about, I just feel like your husband is so proud of those boys. And if there's any message I'm going to leave with you is this. It's like, good job, kid. Little punch in the arm. But good job, kid. Love you, kid. Good job, kid. I just feel like he's so proud of them. And I feel like
Yes.
there's something about matching rings. I don't know what that means yet, but I only have about 10 seconds left. So I'm just going to say there's something for the boys, 2 rings. He's mentioning them. I'm not sure if they're for him, but
The boys have 2 necklaces with his ashes in it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And just know that you are loved and they are loved. And thank you for tuning in to Psychic Tuesday with Sweet Bee. And we will chat again in 7 days. Stay safe, stay warm.